Short-term process capability studies are done to establish the performance entitlement of any manufacturing process. This short-term type of capability study measures the process under ideal conditions. The value of establishing this process ideal is that it can be compared with the actual long-term performance of a process, and hence be used to identify process improvement opportunities. The idea with a short-term process capability study is that if we can perfect a process for a day, then why can't it be done every day? Here's how you go about doing a short-term capability study. Number 1, fine-tune and tightly control the manufacturing process. After completing preventative maintenance procedures, dial in the process and let it settle into a steady state of operation. Your best operator should be running the machine using high-quality raw materials. This process, it needs to operate at its very best. Number 2, collect a minimum of 30 samples. Number 3, have the samples tested by a qualified individual. Number 4, use statistical software and enter the sample data along with the product spec limits. Use software such as Minitab or Excel for statistics, or try a free online option. Number 5, calculate CP and CPK. Number 6, and most importantly, interpret your capability results. Here's how. CP is a measure that compares process variation to product specifications. CPK is a little different than CP in that CPK considers statistical mean in its calculation. So if a process moves off center, then CPK will change, but CP will not change. And because of this, always compare CPK to CP. If CPK is different than CP, then you know your process is running off center. And so your process is not performing optimally. An interesting fact that many people don't know about CP and CPK is that the calculations provide a certain level of statistical forgiveness. You see, CP and CPK use a rolling format in their calculation of standard deviation. And this method of calculation removes the negative impact of process shifts from your capability results. In general terms, every 1 standard deviation or 1 sigma of process variation equates to 0.33 CP, and every 2 standard deviations equates to 0.66 CP. And so a 3 sigma process will yield a process capability of 1 CP. A 6 sigma process, it reflects a CP of 2.0. Remember, a short-term process capability study reflects process entitlement. And after completing a short-term process capability, the next step is to complete a long-term study, because it reflects real-life process performance. And then comparing the process entitlement of the short-term study to the actual long-term performance, it's going to provide us with our process opportunity. Six Sigma methodology is all about driving out process variation to achieve that Six Sigma level of process performance. This level of process performance reduces defect rates and improves factory profits. My name is Joe Joyce, and I'm with Tools for the Trenches. If you work in manufacturing, then visit us, follow us, and subscribe to thrive.